Greetings. This is the Grumpy Old Slan, and today we're going to play the Labyrinstyx. This is another one of the Choose Your Own Adventure games that was published in Jeux, Stratégie. This one back in 1983, in issue 19. And I'm joined once again by the intellectual quandary. Greetings, my friend. How are you today?
Greetings, everybody. Thanks for having me as always, Slan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a hot day today here, but we're surviving. Have a cold glass of water next to me to help me survive this stream.
Oh, good.
So this is the maze we're looking at. It's this little archipelago of islands. What's unusual about this one is that it wraps around from left to right. So as you can see, let me just go here. If you can see here, the path goes off the page but re-enters on the other side at the same height, and
Yep.
so on and so forth down the page. Um, there are also certain locations where the story will be sending us to a different location entirely. This one being this maze here,
Oh God.
which is quite complex. And this one, yeah, this one not only wraps around left to right, but also top to bottom because it's not complex enough as it is. Um, However, I did simplify it. Hold on a sec. My first attempt was to remove all the dead ends. So what I did is I colored each of the paths a single different color. So all the pink, all the magenta you see here is a single path.
Yeah,
All
that
of
looks so much
the
more appealing to the eyes.
all of the blue you see is one single path. It's just that it keeps wrapping around everywhere. Same with the yellow, and I left one of them white because why not? And it was also less work for me. So there's only four paths here actually. But it's so complex otherwise. So once in a while we'll be sent here. I'm not sure how well people can see it on the screen, so I'm going to zoom in. But near the top we have latitudes and
Oh,
on the side we have latitudes and longitudes. And when we're sent here, we'll be told, get to the maze at this latitude and this longitude. Presumably this will land us in one of these circular rooms, and then we continue from then on.
yep,
The
that would make
other
sense.
unusual aspect is that the rooms aren't actually numbered. Um, you see some numbers here, but you'll also notice that some numbers repeat, like the 6 over here and the 6 over here and over here again. And what we need to do is, let's say we start over here where the 5 is. If we decide to go down to the 4, but if we decide to go over here, jump down and go here to the 2, we read entry 52, and so on.
Okay.
So I'm even more lost than I usually am because it's not as easy to follow which entry goes where
Yeah.
um, when I did the translation. So I will just, I put the green dot where we are starting, and I will just quickly read the introduction here. Um, and this is also a first because the person who who does these choose your own adventure mazes, whose name is Didier Guiserix, um, collaborated with another person called Philippe Fassier, who's the one who it normally does mazes for the magazine. So this first page that we're seeing now is clearly the typical Didier drawing slash maze, and the other one is a very typical Philippe Fassier maze.
Oh, okay.
Didier Guiserix strikes again. Not happy creating a new quest in a fantastic archipelago, he's joined with accomplice Philippe Fassier, but do not despair. Aim to destroy the monstrous being menacing you as quickly as possible. Once you've successfully gone through this first phase, you will be ready to explore this fabulous universe, and you will discover that you can achieve a much more promising victory than the simple destruction of your enemy, because this is part 1 of 3 parts. The other ones being published in subsequent issues of the magazine. So the goal of the game is starting in the Tower Cavern in Z, which is roughly where I put the green dot, and entry 51. So I have to read entry 51. We travel across the islands looking for a way to reach the tower in A in order to destroy Orless, the great sorcerer. So the tower is actually right above here. You can get through this adventure without facing the maze on the following page, but your pride and safety will push you to completely explore this universe. Now, to start with, we have 20 hit points that we can possibly lose in combat. If we reach 0 hit points, we die. We also start the adventure with a fortune of 80 gold pieces, which we may spend once in a while.
Okay.
I'm just going to make a note of 20 hit points and 80 gold pieces. The archipelago is infinitely large, and paths that disappear on one side of the page reappear at the same height on the opposite side, which I've shown you before. For every move, you must take note of the number of the area you're leaving and the number of the one you arrive in. So I went over the details of that. They give a few examples here. Be careful to take notes of your actions, as many events will depend on your past actions, and keep your notes as this adventure will continue. So we will need to, I will hopefully not lose the piece of paper. I write all this down by the time we play the second part.
Yes, hopefully not.
But I can always maybe, otherwise I'll just have to watch the stream and take the notes again.
Hey, Mar Harkman.
Greetings, Mar Harkman. Yeah, so let's start. Entry 51 is the one we need to read to the start. We are in the caves of the Tower of Orlest, where we can gear up. A locked door leads to the tower up above. So they mention gearing up, but they don't mention any gear. So I just assume this was a colloquialism. We cannot go up to the tower because the door is locked. Let me just zoom in. We could go to 5. We can go to 3.
And 5 looks interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let me quickly make sure that, yes. So we will go to 5. So now we have to read entry 15.
Hey, Coco.
Greetings, Coco. Yeah, indeed, nothing like random pieces of paper lying around. So for 10 gold pieces, the winch operator will let us off, but he will not let anyone back on. So this allows us to go down to where, I'm not sure. I guess down to the other 5,
down to 8.
Or perhaps down
maybe
to
the other
8.
5.
Yeah.
Can we check out 3?
For sure. Hold on. Let me go to 3. So that will be, I'll assume we were at the start, so I'll read entry 13. The bronze golem bars the way. So we have a bronze golem here. A voice says, say the word inscribed on my pedestal.
Ibibi.
Yeah.
No?
So you say Ibibi, so we have to go read entry. Okay. Ha. The golem immediately smashes you, and we die. So that's 1 death.
Already.
That one's brutal. We can try to say something else.
What? Okay, so the first two things aren't I because the last thing is an I.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Skibbity. No, not the brain rot. Not
It's
the brain
also-
rot.
So in yeah. Maybe
What
was
about
skibbity.
53?
53. Oh, you allowed the entry 53. Let me see.
Let's see if we went from 5 to 3.
No, that seems to be something else entirely.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because since the winch operator doesn't let us get back on to get back up, there's technically no way to go from that 5 to anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we can't get there except starting at 1 or 3. So I'm gonna, just in the interest of speed, if we try to say something else, the entry reads, hiding the bottom half of the inscription, you discover the word, and he lets us through. Now let me hide the bottom half of the inscription. Can you read that?
Idiot.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Yeah, so it's like a 1B18I, and then if you hide the bottom half, that's it.
That's fucking clever.
Yeah. And you can really tell the target audience is like
Right,
12-year-old boys.
That's one death.
They'll get a kick out of this. That's one death so far, yeah.
And one
Yeah,
absolute
exactly.
rinsing.
The ID10T error. Very well put. So, since he lets us go by, I'm just going to...
One death and one prank. There you go.
A little bit. We don't need... Yeah. Yeah. We can go down here and go either to 7 or 6.
Let's go to 6.
Let's go to 6. Okay, so that'll be 36. This is the witch's tree. She offers us information for 10 gold pieces. Do we pay?
All right, let's go for it.
Okay, so we pay. We're down to 70 gold pieces and entry 71. It says, do not read 65, but 55, and the golem will be still next time you pass through. So,
oh, interesting. Okay. So
I'm
when
just
we
going to
get
make a
to
note of it.
65, read 55 instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And the golem will be still next time we pass through. Okay, well, that was a good one. We can either backtrack to 7 or keep going.
Let's go up to 4.
Up this lovely little spires to 4. Okay. I got to say, I love the
yeah, I like how
this
it's built into the whatever you would call that.
Yeah.
A spire of sorts.
Yeah. So that's 64. A laboratory abandoned to the snakes. If we turn back, we can turn back. Otherwise, there are 2 entries. Turn back, read entry 92. Otherwise, 65.
Let's carry on. Let's see what it is.
Carry on. Okay. Well, if we turn back, or we carry on. Okay. 65. Nothing happens. And we cannot seem to go any further. So I guess we'll go back down.
I guess we're heading back then.
Let's see what it says for 46. The witch is absent and nothing happens.
What was the other? It said something else. If you
Oh,
choose to turn and go back.
so we can either turn back or do something else. And if we did something else, nothing happened. And if we turn back, nothing happens.
But
So
didn't
either
it say
way, this
to read 92 or something?
yeah, 92 reads nothing happens.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I
And
guess
the
we'll
other
go
the other
to
potential entry was nothing happens. So this seems to be a dead end. Maybe I don't know.
a whole
Maybe
lot of
we need
nothing.
to fulfill. Yeah.
Well, it's not an actual
But you
dead
see,
end because we're still alive.
yeah, and we might get to this thing where at some point, hello, Nosorian.
Hey, no,
At some
sorry.
point, it might actually tell us something like instead of reading 92, read something else, and then we'll get to a different outcome. But so
So
far, we don't know what it is. So we can
67
go to
then?
67. And 67 reads. It is impossible to turn back. The Mega Mandibulus. I'm just going to post that because, oh my god, tell me how to pronounce that. Appears and attacks you. You lose 30 hit points. If you have the note helm in perfect condition, which we do not, read notes 75. So that's another death.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Megamandibulus?
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's a mandible, but it's a
Yeah.
mega mandible, some weird beast. Yeah, they always do, Mar Hawkman. They always do. So I think what we need to do is
37?
go back and pay the 10 gold pieces
Oh,
to
right.
go
Puts
down.
back to 5.
Because I don't think there's anything else. Let's see what 73 or 63 say. Yeah. What did it say? Okay, so if we try to go back, either from 63, the note reads that the golem remains still if we've read 59, which we haven't. Otherwise, this room is inaccessible. Return to your starting point, same room, same note, which would be over here. Okay. And if we go from 73, the golem bars the way, the room is inaccessible. Return to your starting point, same room, same note. So clearly, yeah, so yeah, maybe a giant ant, Coco. They didn't illustrate the beast, so we're not sure what it looks like. But I think we'll start again at 1 and read 15. You all right with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, hold on. So for 10 gold pieces, the winch operator lets us off, but he never lets anyone back on. So if we start over again, that means I'll assume that
We've got 80
yeah, we're down
again,
to 6.
We'll spend...
Yeah, so we're back down to 70 again.
Yeah.
And let's see, can we go down to 8? That would be 58. Yeah, there is an entry for 5. So we could go down to 8 or down to... There is no entry for 5, so I assume that means we can only get down to 8.
Let's see what
And
58 says.
just... Yeah, it just says nothing happens.
Well, it must be 55 then.
We can go... No, 55 doesn't exist. There is no 55 entry. So I guess the winch only goes up to here. Goes down to 8, but no further. What we can do is continue either down this path to the 6, or the other path to the 9, or the 1.
Let's go to 6.
Let's go to 6. So we go down here, and that is 86. This is the Sinister Jester's Fort. They throw us in the fountain at the bottom of the wall. There we find a large gold key. It is impossible to turn back. So the fountain's here. We've been tossed down, but we found a large gold key.
Okay.
So
we're not dead. That's interesting.
No, we're not dead. However, we don't have much choice. We have to follow this path since we can't turn back. That brings us to entry 60.
Well, these look friendly.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read this properly. I'm going to post it. I'm going to try to read it after. Because my God, did they come up with strange words. The kleptomaniac copoclephiles, which I've looked up in the dictionary when I was translating it, and a copoclephile is somebody who likes keys. Every time you come through here, except the first one, they steal your largest key. So it's the first time we go through here, and therefore they won't steal any keys from us, but the next time we go through, they'll take the largest key we have.
Okay.
So we can go down to 3 or up to 9.
Yeah, let's go to 3 then.
Okay. So we go down to 3, and this is 03. The city agora, where the crowd discusses current events. If we turn back, we can turn back or stay and observe.
Stay and observe.
Okay. Greetings, Dirty History and Hobbies.
Hey, Dirty
yes,
History
indeed,
and Hobbies.
It is. Yeah. So let's stay and observe and read 63. In exchange for an object in our possession, but not gold, we can obtain some information.
All we have is gold. Even the key is gold.
Yeah, exactly. So they give us the choice of giving something to the person who's making that offer, unless we've already read 79, which we haven't. In which case 52. So essentially nothing will happen. We can keep going on our way. Let me just go down. See, now's the danger, because if we go back up, we'll lose the gold key. Because that'll be second time we get there. We can go to 4 on the left-hand side, or down to 8.
What can we?
Oh, and we can go to 2.
Yeah,
there's also a 2.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go here, and that's 32. So if you read note 79, which we haven't, otherwise the fishermen stay inside and nothing happens. So this clearly is a small fishing village.
Ah, yes, like in Bloodborne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we do 28 then?
Yeah. Well, we can't go straight from 2 to 8 because we go through 3, but we can do 38.
Well, no, it looks like there's a path along the beach, is there not?
Oh, I think that's just these lines for the water to indicate water.
Oh, right. Oh, my bad. My mistake.
Because there is no entry 28, so it'll have to be 38.
Yeah, 38 then.
It's a port. A ship is arriving. We can stay and observe. Otherwise, nothing happens.
We'll stay and observe.
Okay.
Let me
for
guess.
50 gold pieces. Yeah, for 50 gold pieces, we may purchase the black sword, but it is worn and rusted.
No. It's a lot of gold.
Okay. It is a lot of gold. So shall we try 4?
34? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, wait. 80. Is there an 83? No. So this brings us to 34. A golden fountain with luminous waters. If we immerse something, we can immerse something in it. Otherwise, nothing happens, and after a few minutes, it dries up. So, do we immerse something in it?
Yeah, let's try and put the gold key in it.
Okay. Read 58. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to double check in case I made a mistake in translation, because what I'm getting is a complete non sequitur. Apologies for that.
No.
This was a really complex one because it's not just plain numbering of rooms. Let me see. This was entry 34. 34. Oh, 56. Okay, so I was right. That was a typo on my part. Let me just make a correction just in case we... if it is in your hand, you recover all your gold. Okay, if it is your hand, you recover all your hit points. If it is an object, it becomes new again.
Oh. Damn it. The sword.
Yeah, the sword, exactly. Well, let's keep going, and then we'll determine if we can't go further. We'll start it up again.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. So we can now keep going up to 5. Shall we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Or we could turn back and maybe get the sword, but...
We'll be
So
going
it
to
is.
backwards then, and we'll be going to 43 now.
Yeah, 43. Yeah, if we decide to go back to the sword.
I don't know. Let's carry on.
Let's carry on. Okay, so 45. The bridge of the out-of-phase architect leads, if you jump down, towards 11A. If we stay to observe, or we can stay and observe.
Okay, stay and observe.
Okay, wait a minute. What did you do? You find a large jade key.
Oh.
Okay, that comes a bit as a...
Something actually happened.
Yeah. It's quite... Oh, no. Don't do that. Sorry, I have a window to maximize, and it's just hiding everything. Give me a sec.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we can... What I don't understand is where this leads if we jump down, because it says 11:45. Hold on. Yeah, 11A. Did it actually say that in the... 45. Yeah, it leads towards 11, it says, which I'm not sure where it is because I don't see an 11 anywhere. Unless, and this is because I know a bunch of people have joined us since we started the stream. So some people might have missed the part where there's the maze. So unless there's an 11 in the maze, but no, there isn't. Okay. And unless they meant entry 11. One of the things is that in the text, they sort of use both entry and room interchangeably, which is confusing.
Oh, yeah.
But there is no entry 11.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm very confused now. Yeah.
This is confusing.
Yeah. It is confusing. Is there an 11 anywhere? There's a 1, but there's not even another 1. Very strange. And I actually did look to see if there was any errata in the subsequent issue because I was getting very confused translating all this, and I didn't find anything. I'm tempted to see if there's an entry for 52. Yeah. There is an entry for 52 that just reads nothing happens. So technically we could jump down and go here and nothing would happen if we follow this.
That seems a bit oddly worded, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Guess we should try that.
I mean, it's because I do not find the other entry. But I'm very confused. Oh, there is another one down here, but that doesn't seem related because it does say 11. Let's keep going. Jump down. We get to 52. Nothing happens. We get to 27. A cave. Nothing happens. So we can just keep going. And this is where we start to go down here. And we will end up here in 4. So that would be entry 74. The inn. You must choose between eating. We may slip 10 gold pieces to the innkeeper to make him talkative, or play cards.
Oh, let's play some cards. Isn't that right, HQ?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Playing cards, we gain 20 gold pieces.
Oh, nice.
So we're up to 90.
Happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Mar Hawkman. There is no Eldritch Ore in this one, though I'm sure they'll introduce some eventually because they clearly seem to be aware of what's happening in the RPG sphere in the early 80s. So, okay.
I mean, normally in these sorts of adventures,
we die often enough. Don't add sanity to it.
This one is just nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Yeah. So we can try and do something else. Either what was it?
Oh, we still allowed? All right, well, we'll slip the
I don't know. It says you must choose between. So we could always keep going. Either go back to 7 or go the other path.
Well, we can't go anywhere else from here.
No. Doesn't look like it.
Huh. Okay. Can we try slipping the bartender some gold pieces?
Sure, let's do that. Slip 10 gold pieces to the innkeeper. 78.
Innkeeper. Sorry.
And he advises us not to go to the top of the aisle. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so 70, 60. All right, so we're back up to 80 then.
Yeah, we're back down to 80 gold pieces. Shall we try going to the top of the aisle?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we take the other path, this one here, it leads to 8. So 48
Mm-hmm.
is the dark jail. We can either turn back, or it says turn back, read 92, otherwise 97.
Okay, otherwise.
Okay, we don't turn back. A spider bites us for 10 hit points of damage, but you
10?
make it
What
through.
freaking spider is that?
A big ass spider. But we make it through, which means we can keep walking, I guess, up the path here, which goes to the other side.
The spider
Which
just
is
ate me
zigs
for
to the
half
other
my hit
side a
points.
couple of times and then gets to 0. So that will be entry 80. Yeah, Black Widow extra venomous. Yeah. 80. This is the residence of Tsirot the sorcerer. His wolves keep watch. The way is blocked. If we have read 68, which, let me just quickly look. No, we didn't. If we quickly cross, we read 25. Okay, if we quickly cross, what does that mean? Yeah, we can quickly cross to here, is my guess, which brings us to 5. Then nothing happens. So let's do that. And then we get to 05. This is the eagle's nest made of rotten wood. Nothing happens.
What
That's
the heck is
frustrating.
this?
Yeah. Oh. Well, we have to turn back.
Yeah.
And reading 50, there are wolves everywhere and we die. The bastard. So that's what? 3 deaths and 1 prank?
Well, he did say not to go to the top of the aisle.
Yeah, he did. He did. So if we read 47. Yeah. Is there... Okay, if we go to here, hold on. If we go back up the other way to 72, 47 just says that to see note 27, which is there's a cave and nothing happens. If we go to 72, this is a dead end. Yeah, we can't get back up. It's too high.
Oh.
Okay. What we didn't try was back when we were here with the key robbers is go up to 9.
Yeah, true.
I'm thinking what we should do is, get back to here where we get the gold key. We get to go through here without them stealing it because it would be our first time. But then instead of going down to the Agora is to go up to here. I think that might be...
Let's try that.
So
that brings us to 70 gold pieces and 20 hit points.
Yeah. 70. And that makes a 09. This is the philosopher's palace. His snake prevents any passage. Okay, yeah, he lives in a barrel. That's why. Okay, so what we need to do then is maybe go from 8, and instead of going to, can we go to 89? Yeah. If we backtrack even more and go here, we can go this way. 89 reads the same. It sends us to node 09, which is that the snakes prevent us, but we could go here, which is the only way.
But if we go that way, we don't get the key.
Yes, we don't. Well, maybe there'll be another way to get the key. I don't know. Yeah, I'm tempted to just see what 81 reads and then see where any of these things lead.
Yeah, okay.
Just because we've not figured out it. Maybe that'll show us. So 81. On the wall, an inscription. The inscription reads, "In the air, do not launch yourself unless you are sure to know your way." Just going to post that. Quickly. So I guess this refers to, yeah, we can go to 16 or to 4.
6. No. 14.
14. Okay. Okay, so we go to 14. If you do not have a sword, the door opens and a monster with a very toothy grin appears. We can turn back or stay and observe.
Stay and observe.
Okay. Read 50. On his tongue is a vial. We may take it or otherwise.
Okay, take it.
Take it. Okay. The vial contains a healing potion allowing you to recover 20 hit points. The stopper doubles as a whistle that allows the user to command some flying creature.
Okay, that's very interesting and specific.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to make a note that we have a healing potion and a whistle. Okay. There doesn't seem to be any way forward, though. So...
Okay, I guess we'll try 41 then.
Yeah. 41 C61. Okay, we see the same inscription. So let's try 16, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16 reads, "A catapult is ready to shoot. The lever is near the munitions carrier," which is, the... If we shoot, 57, otherwise nothing happens.
Okay, I guess let's do it.
Okay, I see. So, 57, the projectile, whatever it is, softly lands on a giant sheet spread in C, which is here. So you can sort of make out the sheet hanging between these two towers. And so we could launch ourselves to get there, perhaps. Because the note, do not launch in the air. Do not launch yourself unless you are sure to know your way. Well, we know where it would go, so we could.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let's do this, and we softly land in C. And I'm just going to again double check the original because one thing is confusing me here. Yeah. So we land in C, but I don't see any way out. And there's no notes for C. And 62 does, sorry. Yeah, 62 seems to be unrelated. It might be something else because there are other sixes. Let me check something. Yeah,
Sorry,
there's a 6
my brother
here
just came
and
in.
a 6 here.
What
Okay.
happened? Sorry, I didn't catch that. My apologies.
Well, the thing is, the entry for 62 seems to be about somewhere else.
Oh,
So I'm a
okay.
bit confused, and I'm trying to figure
So it
because
might not be that.
it gives us the option, among other things, of turning back, which makes no sense if we were launched there. And there's nothing about the C itself. These I'm not sure what the letters are for, to be honest. I think they're related to the other maze. I'm not sure.
I'm so confused by this one.
I'm very confused too.
I mean, if it's this hard for us to make our way through it, imagine how hard it was to put together and make sure.
Yeah, exactly.
This is right. Sorry, I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to crap on it too much because it is good.
It is good, but it's just really difficult to figure out.
So, I think we would best off going back the way we came, down the fountain, getting the golden key.
Yes.
Going to 0, then going
Yeah.
to 3.
Yeah.
Waiting for the ship. No, wait. Was that where the port was?
The port is down in 8.
8.
Get the ship. Maybe spend the money on the sword.
Yeah.
Dip it in that fountain.
Yeah.
So it's new again. Let's try that. That would leave us with 20 gold
20.
pieces.
Yeah. And then we don't have the healing potion or the whistle.
Yeah, and let me just double check. 38. I forgot what the sword was called.
It was a black sword?
Yeah, the black sword. That's it.
Oh, this is so confusing. I'm just trying to figure it out.
And then if we go to 83, what happened if we went back up? Oh, yeah. Okay, if we go back up, which I don't... It says people are going to the Cave of the Golden Fountain. You may follow them.
Okay,
and the
yeah,
Cave of
let's
the Golden Fountain is here. That's 34. This is a golden fountain with luminous waters. If we immerse something in it, 56. Otherwise, nothing happens. And after a few minutes, it dries up. So we immerse the sword in it.
Yes.
Which becomes new again.
Yeah. So that's good for something.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And I always have this nagging doubt about, did I translate everything correctly? And did I transcribe all the numbers correctly? This one is much more
when we went across the right-hand side of the page down to 4, did we go up to 0?
Yeah, that was where the wolves were.
Yeah, okay.
And we could get by to go to 5. But then on the way back, we got killed.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Yep. 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 Okay. So that's basically a dead
Yeah,
end then, as far as we know. But hang on, no, we've got
yeah,
the sword now. So maybe we could do something.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
the
let's
thing
carry
is
on.
that
Go on. Sorry.
when we went to 4 here, right, the monster showed up, but it said if we don't have a sword. So what would
Yeah,
happen
but
if we
then
did have a
we
sword?
got something from it. So
Yeah, so we
I
may
don't know.
not want to.
But
Hmm.
then I guess why would they put that there if there wasn't a way to get there with the sword?
Yeah, I know. I'm also
Okay,
thinking at
so
the inn down in the bottom, there was let me double check what the options were for the inn. Because yeah, we made the innkeeper talkative. He just told us not to go to the top of the island. We played
mhm.
cards, but we can also eat something.
Oh, that's true. We didn't eat anything. Well, what happens if we do?
Let me double check. At the end, you must choose between eating, read 95. Eating allows us to pay 10 gold pieces and recover 10 hit points.
Okay, that's something
Yeah.
interesting. Doesn't help us
Mm,
really though.
no.
What?
The other option was when we got to the Agora here, we had an option. Hold on, what was it that we didn't take? Uh,
Well, it
yes.
wasn't. We had to
We
trade
could stay and
something, but it wasn't
observe.
gold.
Yes, in exchange for an object in your possession, but not gold pieces.
Well,
We could
okay,
obtain
but
some information.
I don't want to do it. But what happens
No.
if we give the sword?
Yeah, let's try that and read 79. Okay. We're told that a ship just arrived with a relic that you will find indispensable. We should go to it right away. So that clearly is the sword.
All right,
But they
okay,
say if
that's
you've
fine.
already read this, then read 52, which is we're told that the relic must immediately be dipped in the water of the golden fountain to work.
All right, so we've already done that too.
So yeah.
Okay, so
And
that's
let me
definitely the
check
right thing to do
something.
then.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, but if we go here, they were saying if we read note 79, which we now have, then we go to 89. Yes, okay. So if we go to here, for 50 gold pieces, a fisherman will sell you the note helm, but it is completely rusted. But we only have 80 gold pieces. This is very.
But okay, but oh man, but we okay, so we can win 20 gold pieces at the inn,
Yeah.
but then we have to spend 10 to
Wait,
get down here, so
let
that
me
only leaves us
let me
90
just
anyway.
double check something to make sure I didn't screw anything up.
This is a quandary.
Yes, indeed.
And dare I
Uh
say, one of the intellectual variety.
yeah, exactly. I was about to. Um I'm going to just just do a text search because there's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there's this thing that comes up, which I've not read out because we don't have it. There is a ring here called Ool. This is how they spelled it.
Okay.
And nowhere does it say where you acquire it in what I translated. And I don't want to read the entire thing all over again because that's going to take too long to find out if I missed something.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things it does is allow you to flip from the islands to the maze and back again. So there might be a way to go from various dead ends to others using the maze, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay.
letters in the maze correspond to, see if I hide this. Yeah, there, because there is the entry at 58, which could be from the winch.
They freaking did
It
3 parts of
reads,
this.
yeah,
Wow.
it's really not obvious. Um, no, not this one. There is an entry somewhere that says, let me see where it is. Yeah. At this cave here, right?
Mhm.
It says if you use Ool, go to the maze and gives us a latitude and a longitude.
Right.
So maybe that's what we need to do.
Yeah. Let's try that.
So what we can do is where is, yeah. So just to reiterate, we start here. We spend 10 gold pieces to go down to here.
Yep.
We can get the gold key here.
Yeah.
The first time we go through, we're okay. We go down here. So now we can buy the black sword in 8 or the note helm in 2, both of which are really old and will need to be dipped in the fountain at 4 to be made new again. And there was an entry with the helm that we did encounter, but we didn't have the helm. Let me see. Yeah, it allows us to go through here with the mandibulus. I assume so because it says if we have the note helm in perfect condition, read 75.
Okay. So that might be the way to
Yeah,
get back around to 1.
yeah. But maybe what we need to do is grab the helm after, because we've got the key.
No, I think we need to do it. We need to
Yeah,
get the sword first, go around,
yeah,
somehow get back with enough gold pieces to get the helm, and then we lose one of the keys going back through the blobs.
yeah, yeah.
I
We lose
think.
the largest key we have. Yeah, I think so too. So let's grab the sword, spending the 50 gold pieces, leaving us 30. No, we spent 10 with the winch operator, so we're left with 20 gold pieces. We
Yes.
have the sword, we have the large gold key. Um, we go back up, we dip the sword in the water so it's made new again.
Yep.
There is
And
something I
then
want to see quickly. Is there? Again, I'm sorry. I just want to double check what I.
no,
No,
it's cool.
there is. Yeah, because it's so confusing. So we jump down, we get here, and this is where it says
No, wait.
27.
So at the bridge, we stay and observe, and then we get the jade key.
Yes, you're right. We get the jade key. Jump down.
And then we carry on. Yeah.
50, 52 was, yeah, nothing happens. So the thing about 27 is it's a cave, nothing happens. If we use Ool, we get to go to the maze at latitude 150 and longitude, at 150 longitude, 0 degrees latitude.
How
So
do we
let's
get
try
to
it.
the helm, though?
Yeah. Let's see what happens in the maze, because if we can get back to somewhere down here, we might be able to get to the helm. But we don't have enough money left because we only have 20 gold pieces left.
Well, let's try something.
Let's try going into the maze, see what happens. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, where is... And this was 150 longitude, 0 degrees latitude. So I think it would be in room 5. Because, yeah, 0, and that's roughly 150 would be here.
Yeah.
Since that's 180 and that's 90. So that would bring us...
to the pink path, the
7.
magenta path, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. But wait.
Yes. Yes.
Ah. Okay. So if I read 75, because just to recapture, we were at 7. And this is 5. So it says 2 wolfmen are in a discussion. If you turn back, nothing happens. If you stay and observe, read 98. If you use Ool, go to D. So we can get back to the maze using... Right now we're here. We can get back to the maze in location D.
Right.
Apologies. And that would be... D is... Sorry, just looking for it. Oh, here. Down here. Shall we try it?
Where? I don't see it. Oh, there. Now I see it.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
And the worst is I actually had to... this is what the lettering originally looked like, so I actually redrew part of it. I could have done a better job, maybe.
They definitely could have.
Yeah. Flames are all around, but they do not burn you. If we try to use Ool, nothing happens. Okay. We can go to 4. Not much choice. A boat in very poor shape. We can turn back or take the boat.
What? Take the boat then, I guess.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, the entry for turning back is 102. And it says an explosion destroys location D completely.
Oh.
So I guess you have to take the boat. 96. It brings us within a meter of F before sinking, and we barely have time to jump off. Okay, so it brings us to here. where's the here? It brings us to location F. We barely have time to jump off before
the ship sinks.
it sinks.
The boat.
Yeah. We find that skeletons lie all about in this deserted place, and yeah, we can sort of see a hint of them here.
Hmm.
And these are deserted ruins, and nothing happens. So I
What a
guess we'll
surprise.
continue on our way. Yeah. It's, yeah. So that will be 35. Okay. A strange apparatus of strange wheels and spheres. On the ground, a heavy stone slab with a lock corresponding to the Laxian key. I'm just going to post this. They have these very odd names. You know. Suddenly, a flaming being appears. You hear a voice say, "Give me the Laxian key." If we have it, which we don't, otherwise 67. The being disappears. If you turn back, nothing happens, or we may attempt to lift the slab.
Lift the slab?
Okay. We attempt to lift the slab. It opens. Underneath it, you see Nog, the ruby scepter of the Bloody Kings.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds important.
So, yeah. Okay, so we go back.
I still have no idea what the heck is going on for the most part.
Oh, me neither. I'm very lost with this one. I suspect. Okay, so we're at the ruins. We are given the option to use Ool to go to the maze.
Okay.
So I guess we have to because there's no way off this island otherwise.
Okay, so Ool must be like a teleportation helmet or something.
You know, well, they say it's a ring. So
Oh, a
at one
ring,
point,
sorry.
yeah, but it allows us to teleport to the maze. So we're at 3, and we thought at 60 degrees longitude, 120 degrees latitude. So let's see. No, that's not what I want to do. 60 degrees longitude around here, and 120 latitude. I think it's going to be this one.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that would be, yeah, that looks like it. So we were at 3, this is 6, so reading 36. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, there's no entry for this then. So we follow the blue path because there's no other way. And the blue path will lead us to 9. This is a great room filled with carnivorous algae. If we have read 77, which we did, yes, we have. Read note 74. We passed through without incidents. We may use Ool to go to A. Let's go see where A is. Oh, A is up here. It's the top of the tower where we need to go. So let's use Ool and go to A because
okay.
I'm okay. I just want to double check the room we were in. We were in 9, so we need to read 92. If we have read note 60, have we read note 60? No, we haven't. Orlast is petrified by the ring, otherwise you are changed into a raven.
But-
We can...
Right.
If we can stay and observe. This is very confusing. So now we're a raven. So I guess that's the second prank.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the word is for when something or someone turns into an animal.
I mean, if it was D&D, it'd be like shape changing or polymorphing. There might be another word if somebody else does it to you and you're unwilling.
I don't know why, but my brain says transmutation, but I don't think that's right.
No, transmutation is what alchemy, when they wanted to transmute lead into gold.
Also, it's kind of accurate.
Yeah, it's not totally wrong, but I think it's not usually used in this context.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of the word. It's weird.
Yeah.
It eludes me. Anyway.
So we managed to get the A, but it's useless because we need to have read this. Yeah, maybe transmogrify. That's a good word. Yes, Coco, I think you're right. If it has a humorous result, it could be transmogrification. Yeah. A word I discovered reading Calvin and Hobbes way back in the day. Okay, I'm very lost as to what we have to do here.
Yep. We'll just say 2 pranks.
Yeah, because that's definitely a prank. Now,
You ever watched Harry Potter?
if I ever watched what?
Harry Potter.
I've watched a couple of the films.
Isn't there a word that they use to describe people who can change into animals?
Yeah. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan on top of that, so it's not something I watched it way back. I mean, 20 plus years ago, I think it was when I forget when the first movie came out. I think it was actually, yeah.
It was when I was a kid, so it was definitely around the 2000 mark. I think it might have been 2000.
I'm curious now. When was the first Harry Potter movie? We're totally on a 97. Harry Potter. No, the novel was 97. Come on. (2001) was the first one. And the last one was 2011. So they took 10 years to do, like, what was it? 6, 7 films? I
7
forget.
books.
7 books. So yeah, I think there's one book that they made 2 films. So that would be 8
Yeah,
films.
the last one, yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, it's been way too long. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan, so I never went and revisited it. Now, the
How
one
much you read the
thing
books?
that's odd is that when we're told to give the Lake Sien key, nowhere else is it mentioned. So we could give some random key and see what happens instead.
Yeah. Let's try that.
And so if we were to do this at down here, the being says thank you and disappears. So that's not helpful at all. Okay. Oh, wait, it is mentioned elsewhere. Okay. Oh, I just noticed it was mentioned elsewhere. It's a
Okay.
difference. Okay. They have two. I must have. It's either LAK or LAKE. I spelled it both ways by mistake. That's why I didn't. The text editor I'm using allows me to highlight a word and then find all the other occurrences. So that's why it didn't show up.
Okay.
But it still doesn't. I still don't know how to get it, and I'm still very lost. And we've been going at it for almost an hour and a half now. We've really made, compared to all the others, we've made very little progress.
This one is, I mean, inherently in its design circular, but
yeah,
I don't know what to make of this.
I mean, me neither. One thing I could do is, let me see. I didn't try. I mean, they usually give the solution as to what you should do in the following issue, so I could look at that and see what they expect us to do, and we can sort of play it through like that, because I'm very lost and I really don't know what we could do that we different from what we actually did.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, so I think let me just find it in the next issue where it is.
I mean, this one in particular, it seems to be very tough.
Yeah, I'm worried about the 2 sequels of it too. Just, page 97.
Translating them will be a bit of a nightmare for you as well.
Yeah. Page 97.
Not because of you, because of these. I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay. So, starting at Z. Okay. So, let's go here. We start here. We go past the golem. And they say that it's the golem's name that is reflected. So as being the idiot.
Okay.
Okay.
More like they're trying to make us feel like the idiot.
Yeah. So then we go to 6. Pay and the golem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was 36. Okay. Hold on a sec. The computer's acting up.
Okay.
I'm just going to do something else. I'm just... give me just a second. I'm going to... Okay. Yeah, 36 was the witch's tree, and if we pay the 10 gold pieces, we get the information so that the golem will let us buy. Okay. So that brings us to here. Then we have to go to... yeah. We have to go to 4, which is up here.
Right.
Okay.
But it said nothing happened.
Yeah. And here it actually says to take the Laxian key. So did I mistranslate something? So we take the Laxian key, go back down to 6, go to 3, where the golem lets us buy because we bought the information. Go to 1, yeah. Go to 5, pay, and go to 5-8. Go to 6, pick up the key.
Yeah. So we got 2 keys.
Yeah. Go to 0, go to 3. We have to give the gold key, then go to 2, take the helm,
Right.
go back to 3.
So we paid for the helm then.
Yeah, we paid for the helm. Then go
So
to
we're
4
down
and dip the
10
helm
gold
in the
pieces.
fountain. 50. It was so we're down to, yeah, we have 10 left. Go to 4, dip the helm.
Yeah.
Go to 5, take the jade key. Go
Yeah.
back to 4 and then to 3. Go to 0. Give the jade key. Go to 9. If you have the Laxian key, which we would now have, having picked it up in 4, which somewhere we missed something.
Right.
The note changes to 22. 22 is what? Sorry. This is very...
It's okay. It's all right. No worries.
Yeah, the snakes let us through and we get to keep the key.
Nice.
Yeah, I just want to see. Yeah. So we're here. 09, yeah. Go to 1. Go to 4. Get the potion.
Right.
Go back to 1. Go to 6. Shoot yourself as a projectile to get to 2. And this is, yeah, because the weird thing is 62. Yeah, I think they have a mistake there because, or I totally mistranslated, like I translated the wrong entry. Because here they say Oh yeah, okay. So humanoids. Yeah, see, that's the weird thing. Is the note said barely humanoid beings attacked. If you fight back, you lose 10 hit points and 73, or you turn back, but there's no way to turn back, which is what confused us.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So you fight, and then you can pick up the key to the tower. Use the whistle from the. Oh yeah, because we have the healing potion. We gain our 10 hit points back. Use the whistle, and the big pterodactyl or whatever avian creature this is will bring us back to the 6 here. Then
Okay.
go 6-1-1-7, which is here. We have the helm, so and as the Mega Mandibulus attacks us, like basically it destroys the helm, but it loses a tooth, which we have to pick up.
Okay.
We're then teleported to Z, which is, and you can now access the tower because you have the key.
Right. Yeah.
And you can you then get the opportunity to, and you can yeah, and you can basically subdue him and get rid of the menace that he was representing. Another solution using Ool, the ring. That allows you access to the labyrinth under the islands, and leads you to other, to find more in future adventures. This is very confusing. So I think one of the problems is that either I mistranslated some things or don't recall 64. If I read my notes, 64, it was just laboratory abandoned by the snakes. We can turn back otherwise, and turning back gave us 92, which was nothing happens. Let me see if I mistranslated something, because this was very 64, 92 and 65.
But then the witch told us to go to 55, didn't she?
92 was nothing happens. 65 was not 65. Wait, when did we have to go to 55?
The witch told us, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, that's what we forgot. Do not read 65 but 55. That's what we screwed up. Because that would give us the Laxian key. And then there's note 9 will become note 22. And yeah, oh boy, this is a very confusing one. It's a lot easier when the rooms are actually numbered, because boy, was this confusing. I mean, I like this one. It's kind of clever and stuff, and this being the maze beneath the islands, kind of an interesting idea. But yeah. And I don't recall seeing anywhere where you find the ring. Like, we assumed we had it because when we got the fifth, when we got here, it said if you press the symbol of Ul, the ring, then but it doesn't say you get the ring, weirdly enough. So,
Well, that's just bizarre, isn't it?
I think there was a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, I think there was a lot of fun stuff in this one, and I certainly do like this map, but I think it was very confusing, and that's what got us lost. Hopefully the next one won't be quite so confusing.
I mean, that solution that you went through basically
see
just
you,
went
Dirty
through
History and Hobbies.
Later, Dirty. That solution you went through basically just went through the entire middle of the map and missed out the cliff. Like, it went up to the bridge at 5 and
Yeah. Yes, we never get 11A. It never mentions where the frick 11A is. It's very confusing. I think there's because I looked at, there was an errata. I did look at it. I did include it in my translation, but they don't mention it. You get on this one spire here with the, and you go here, but you never go anywhere on the two small isles at the bottom or the big tall island here with the inn. You never need the sword either.
this one's bizarre.
Yeah, it's very weird.
There is some fun stuff in here.
A wee bit
like
on
the idea
I mean,
of it, but it feels like the execution was a bit off.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they. I like the idea because it allows for different things to happen depending which way you come in from. Because I mean, it's a good concept. I like that execution-wise, but I think the entries, they could have also used. I mean, as it is, they have one set of entries which are for the rooms, but then they refer to a second set of entries, which is what happens depending on your choices. And those are also numbered. And this can get confusing because sometimes the same, there's one entry 50, which is the room, or in this case, going from
5 to
5, which is here, down to 0, which is here. But there's also a 50, which is the right. So that makes it a bit confusing as it is, but that's something that's manageable because there's because in the magazine they're on different pages entirely each, so I know which one to go to.
Right.
So that's doable, but there are certain things that 11A I gave. So we assumed we could jump down and continue, but maybe that's not how it's supposed to go. I don't know.
Maybe.
And I think it might have been useful for them to have like entries for the underground maze, because it got confusing sometimes as to what was where. You see, I don't think when you use the ring to get into the maze, you're never sent, from any one location. You'll be sent to one specific location in the maze. We entered, and we end up at whatever it is we end up at, and then read entry 70, whatever. I don't think that's totally needed. They could have actually lettered the entries in the maze or something, or used Roman numerals or whatever for us to just read those entries. It would be a bit less confusing there. I also like the idea of the two mazes, that are parallel to each other. Though it's weird that you don't need to go in the other one to go out to get through this.
It's just
What's deadly though? We only died 3 times.
That's true.
Yeah. Let me check something just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 3, and here. There's only 4 entries where you die, so we hit 3 of them.
What's the last one?
So we got there's the one where the wolves eat us at 50.
Yeah.
Up here. There's the golem that smashes us. In the maze, the algae devour us if we don't do if we don't have what was it that we had? The helm? No, we had something else that allowed us to get by the algae. I forgot what it was now.
It's probably the helm.
It was, yeah. And then what was the other one? Oh, there's 2 entries for the algae devouring us. So, there's the one with the wolves.
And so the algae are the most deadly thing.
The mandibulus, the mega mandibulus also kills us. That's the other one. So that's really weird. The thing is that it actually states you lose 30 hit points. And I remember saying, that's weird, because you start with 20. Why don't they just say it kills you? And I didn't put that in.
I think it's probably it doesn't seem like there's a max hit point. So you could drink the potion and have 40.
That's possible, yeah.
I don't know.
That is possible. And then you could just, if you drank the potion, and then you're at 40, but if you lost 10 fighting at sea, so if you take the potion and drink it, don't go up here with the catapult and just go back up. You can go right through even if you don't have the helm. And that allows you to maybe have the sword instead. I don't know.
But then you don't get the tower key.
But then you don't get the... Oh, that's so confusing. That's really weird. I
was kind of right what I said earlier. I mean, you just confirmed it. There's only 4 deaths. And I said, this book is a lot less diet, a lot more nothing happens.
Yeah. There is that. And
I never thought I'd say it.
It's because we're confused, and confusion is frustrating. The kind of confusion we're facing is kind of frustrating. I mean, at least we did manage to explore more, but one difference
went dying as much.
Yeah, but in the other ones, you didn't have to do everything, but you pretty much had to go over and acquire all the items.
Yeah, you had to at least check it all out.
Yeah. Whereas here, like, the sword seems to be useless to get out, but maybe it'll be needed in a future adventure. It's hard to say.
Who even knows?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to start translating that next one, hopefully this week. I still have some time off. So my schedule is filling up like crazy this week for a week I'm not working. So hopefully play part 2 in 2 weeks. I have another art book I'd like to go over. I think you'll enjoy that one.
Sounds good.
And I think Yog, if Yog can join, that'll be fun. But yeah, this one, I think a really interesting, like they're trying stuff, which you have to give them credit for. I like this maze, the art on this maze more. I didn't have to really, I had to retouch the numbers and the letters so they'd be a bit more readable, because in the original they were really hard to decipher, which I think is more an artifact of the printing than anything else. It has nothing to do with the actual drawing. The second page maze, this one here, the original there, let me just, I mean, even with the colors, it's, yeah, even with the colors, it's confusing, but even cleaning up all the dead ends, it's confusing. But I mean, that's part of the point, right? They're made to be a challenge for anyone who's used to the regular kind of mazes. So, kudos to him for coming up with these crazy concepts for drawing mazes. But I think the two could have been integrated a little bit better. I keep wanting these 5 circles to correspond to locations here, because there's one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So there's 5 of these locations, and it'd be nice if you knew what the correspondence was, like in a 1-to-1 sequence. Where I don't know that A up here is this circle here, or maybe that one, I don't know, but there doesn't seem to be much.
Yeah, that's what I thought would be the case.
Yeah, me too. And I kind of initially expected like A and B and C, D, E to correspond, that we had letters here, and that would be a lot easier than the longitude and latitude that were given. They're kind of interesting flavor-wise, but otherwise useless, because we're not using longitude and latitude on the islands, which is where I would expect to use them. So yeah, some frustrating. Some fun little things here and there. The idiot, the ID10T error code, as I think you put it, was entertaining, at least with the golem. But yeah, I think this is the one I like the least so far. Unfortunately,
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. I will be extra careful in translating the next one if it's anything like this one. Hopefully we won't run into the similar situation, because this is the first time we actually went and used the solution to get through stuff.
Yeah, it's true. We had to resort to desperate measures for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels disgusting.
So,
how dare!
Feels, yeah. It's very frustrating, very annoying. Okay, let's just.
It's all good though.
So I think we're gonna call it here. Thank you everyone for watching. Do check out Intellectual Quandary's channel. He will be streaming video games every Sunday, and occasionally puts some other content. And anything else we should check out with you?
No, that's pretty much it. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully next time won't be quite so... Next time we play would hopefully not be quite so frustrating, but in 2 weeks we're going to be looking at some pretty aardvarks, so that'll be fun. And certainly less frustrating. Take care, everyone.
Much more easy going. Good night, everyone.